Okay, here's the Clayton Dyno setup with the Yordino um, version 2 revision AB, which is not really sold anymore at all, I don't think, because the new one's freaking sick. But this is the dyno setup. This is my eddy brake, just with the belt. And then I have the Arduino set up to the original board it came with was these SCRs, and I'm controlling where in the sine wave where it actually picks up or where it turns on with the Arduino through an analog input. And you can see this, it's getting its, from this right here, it's the rectifier, it's getting the pulse from the sine wave, and then the Arduino knows what part of the sine wave to turn it on to give me max power, which is in the middle of the sine wave or near the end of the sine wave, little bits of power, or the whole wave from starting to end at 60 hertz. This is just like an IGBT. Over here is the AC signal pickup, and it just has two diodes going either way with the LED, so it flashes every single wave form, and then that is just another optocoupler for something. I forgot what it was. But yeah, this is the old board. I just cut it out and used the original optocoupler or ISO oscillators for the turning on the SCRs, and then each one of these is an individual SCR with the capacitor, the resistors, and everything. And I plug that in. We have the Yordino is coming in, or it's coming out here. Oh no, it's coming out here on this wire, and then this would be ground, and this would be 5 volts always. We have the Yordino right here, and I had to solder onto that pin because I think that's a transistor on Q1, and I think that pulses the 5 volt signal for the PWM, and then there's a pull-up resistor that pulls it up to 5 volts or 4.47. But we can see right here, if I kind of hard, but if I grab this, maybe I can. If I grab this, let me put this at a higher. Do 100%. There. So now I can 100% duty cycle on 4. So now I can adjust everything accordingly. You can see in the software it's also working. So it looks, almost lost the laptop. We can see it's actually giving us our signal now, finally. And I think it's all because that Q1 was not installed. Probably because the revision it is. It does have the pin and everything, so that's good. But yeah, we can look at the voltage as well. If I get rid of this. Here we go. How did I do that? I thought it was mode. Maybe I can. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, if I go to measure, there we go. Yeah, okay, so we can see volts right there, peak to peak. But if I go down, 96% duty, 37. How did I do this? Measure, acquire maybe? No. Display, cursor, measure. Anyways. Yeah, anyways, it'll show you the volt. Oh, maybe that's how we do it. Okay. There's really no voltage here. But yeah, I had the voltage obviously on there, and then it would show according to the voltage what the pulse width is, and this dyno needs like only 1 volt, and for some reason that analog signal puts this thing on full blast, so I'm trying to get it to where it's between 0 and 1 volts, and I think that has to do with the code on the Arduino. It's not, there's not enough definition in there. There's not enough, not as many points, so it's just jumping straight to high, and I need to lower that. If any of this makes sense, then I hope this helps, and if it doesn't, you can always write me, and I'll try to do my best to explain more of what I'm doing. This has nothing to do with it right here, so this doesn't matter. It's just those two guys, which are coming from this right here. So I had to cut the yellow trace and just solder it on in there. But software is working, so we can start controlling the dyno. And then we have the E30 up there. And then we have a Lexus motor, and then we have my Mazda diesel, and that has a 350 motor in it. So all rear-wheel drive cars I'm looking to test and see how they're really coming out. I guess I'll just show this is my favorite one because it's just an old style 350, and I'll just do fuel. So I'm gonna do a ECU on here that just does fuel, and then let the distributor do spark, and I'll run E85, and this will have 2 turbos, and then this guy has 2 turbos as well. Yeah, and the other one's like right there. So this one will be pretty fun with the T56 in it, and I have the drive shaft right there. So yeah, any questions, just let me know. Thanks.